Hello, my name is Stephen Nichols, and I'm in the Army Reserve. My MOS is a 42 Alpha, that is Human Resource Specialist. I'm here to share with you what MEPS is, what to expect, and my MEPS experience. So, MEPS is Military Entrance Processing Station. That's what it stands for. It's where you go to take your ASVAB test, it's where you go to do your physical and your medical examination, and it's where you go to choose your MOS and to swear in. And it is a long process, a very long process. So you're going to be waiting at MEPS a long time. So the first time I went to MEPS, I had to, oh, I say the first two times, I had to take my ASVAB the first two times because I failed it the first time, I had to go back again, take it again a month later, and I passed it then. From there, I went home because I had to have my moral waiver and my age waiver approved. So my process was different. So I had to go home after that and reschedule another date to go back to MEPS to do my physical and my medical examination. And when that happened, I had to stay overnight in a hotel. And the hotel is contracted by the military, and there are going to be other people in the military there from all of the branches. You will have a roommate. You will get there, you will check in, you will get a debrief on what you are going to go through at MEPS. They'll show you a video, so it's like a 10-15 minute video. You will watch that. They will go over the schedule with you. There's a schedule that you have to follow in the hotel. There's a curfew, there's a dinner schedule, and there's a wake-up call that you will receive at 4 in the morning. So you will have a meal ticket for dinner that night. You will have one for breakfast that following morning. You are able to leave the hotel. You just have to sign out, and they're going to ask you for your phone number and where you're going and what you're doing, and you have to sign back in before curfew. So you are allowed to have visitors. You can have your parents come in, or your man or woman or whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, and you can go out and eat and all that stuff. So I had a good experience at the hotel. I had good roommates both times. The food was really good. The service was really good. So and it's close because I live next to a military base, so I didn't have to go far off to the hotel or even to MEPS because I live next to a military base. So 4 a.m. wake up call. You have 30 to 45 minutes to do your morning routine. Breakfast was at 4:45 to 5:30. So you have a lot of time to eat your breakfast, and it's a buffet. It's all you can eat. Really good food. So you have 45 minutes to eat your breakfast. From there, 5:30, they will line you guys up, and you will get on a bus, really nice bus, and they will drive you to the MEP station. Once you get to the MEP station, you're going to get off the bus. Then they're going to split you up into your different branches. So it was like Navy, Army, Marines, like Coast Guard. You're going to be split up into your different branches. You will have a time I'm at 2021, you will have a form for a COVID form and questionnaire. You have to have that out. You will have to have your social and your ID out as well. They're going to check your temperature. They're going to debrief you on how you should be conducting yourself at MEPS in the station. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Do what they say. You do that, you won't have a problem with anybody in MEPS, any other staff. They won't be in your face yelling and screaming at you. Just do what they say. You will then go through a metal detector. From there, you will go in. You will put all your things away because you have to have your pockets empty. Nothing in your pockets, cell phone, all that will go in your bag. You will put it in a room. They will lock that up. You are not allowed to have your cell phones in MEPS unless they direct you there to go get your phone. And from there, you will go to your liaison's office and you use your phone in there. Not allowed to have it on the floor. If you are caught with your phone on you, because some people just decide they want to break the rules anyways, that were there, and they will just sneak their phones off, you can get kicked out. They'll send you home, and that's it. They didn't do that. People did get screamed at and stuff like that, but I didn't witness anybody getting kicked out because of that. They just told him to go put it away, so but that's a possibility though, so don't do that. Don't risk that. Once you go through the reception's desk, there's a line, you're gonna be waiting in line for a long time. You're gonna get your packet. In that packet is all your information, like your medical history, like all of your personal information is in that packet. Now, do not open the packet up and look in the packet and start going through it. For us, we got yelled at. We weren't allowed to look in that packet. So I was looking in it, people around me was looking at it, and we all got screamed at for looking in the packet. So keep the packet closed. You were not allowed to nap. You were not allowed to nap at MEPS, slouch over, lean against the wall. You get yelled at for that. So even if we were touching the wall, standing up, got screamed at. If we were sitting, all that, no. So napping, sleeping, none of that. So make sure you get good rest the night before, because you got to get up at 4 in the morning and you're going to be standing, sitting, and waiting at MEPS for a long time. Now at MEPS, you will have testing stations that you will go through. They're going to check your eardrums. They're going to just look at your eardrums. So make sure you clean your ears out before you get to MEPS, because I hear that it's very uncomfortable if they have to clean it out for you there, because they're going to look at your eardrums. Then you're going to take a hearing test. You're going to take a colorblind test. They're going to check for your vision. You're going to take a blood pressure test. Going to check your blood pressure. You're going to take a breathalyzer, so do not get drunk or drink any alcohol, because you're going to take a breathalyzer test at MEPS. You're going to take a urine test. I didn't say that already. You're going to check your pee, check for, to make sure you're clean. They're going to draw your blood for HIV, AIDS, if you're a woman, if you're pregnant, all that stuff. Then you're going to sit down. You're going to go through your interview. So they're going to go over your medical questionnaire that you should have filled out. Before that, it's this long, it's like this packet of just a bunch of questions about your medical history and all this stuff like that. They're going to go over that, interview you, ask questions on that. You will do a FBI background check again at MEPS. So you will do it twice. So they're going to, then you're going to be doing your physical. So they're going to tell you to go do your physical stuff. And that's just a bunch of movements to where, they're going to be testing your joints out, your movements, squatting, kneeling, walking on your toes, walking on your heels, a duck walk, arm movement, feet movement, hand, finger movement, flexibility, all that stuff. And that's, it's a lot of movements, and it's very simple movements for the most part, but it's a lot of them and you're doing it rapidly. So it can get kind of tiring. From there, you will go in and they will examine your body. So you will lay on a table and they will examine your body head to toe. Make sure you do your feet, because they are picky about the feet. I don't have corns. I don't have nasty looking feet, but I've been running, and my feet calloused up in certain areas because I just run in old shoes and I just deal with it. So I had some calluses on my feet, and she wasn't having that. She was like, you need to file that down, because if you come back or when you go through reception and so forth, they're going to look at your feet and you don't want them picking at that, yada, yada. So make sure you have your feet, presentable, looking nice, because they pick at that. So you go through all that. So from 4 in the morning until 2:30, 2:30. That's how long it took for me total. You do have a lunch period at either 10:30 or 11:30. They give you lunch, and the lunch is off the chains. We had these big, huge sub sandwiches that were just fat chips, a bag of chips. They have cookies, and then you have like a choice of like some iced tea. They have hot cocoa in there as a snack room. The lunch is really good, and if there's leftovers, you can take as much as you want. So they do feed you while you're there. You don't have to worry about getting hungry. But all in all, it is a long process. It's a lot of waiting, standing in line, sitting, and the testing part's fine. Don't expect to have them talking to you in a sweet, nice tone. You are in a military environment, and so you can't go in there touchy. There were people in there that were just not following simple rules, and they were getting screamed at. You also do a lot of paperwork in there, so a lot of signing and initialing and stuff like that in there at MEPS. So Just follow instructions. Make sure you say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, and just do exactly what they say. You're not going to get a whole bunch of, uh, instructions at once. You'll get one instruction at a time and just do what they say and you'll be fine. All in all, that's my experience at MEPS. That's what it is. I had to do the same thing when I went back to choose my MOS. Even though I had to go back and choose my MOS and sign my contract, I got there at 4 a.m. and I had to sit and wait until 10 o'clock. I believe it was 10 or 10:30, just for uh, the the sergeant to call me in to go over my contract and to sign it and to get that done. So I had to just sit there in the seat in front of the office from 4 a.m. to 10 or 10:30 just to start my part because it's a group. So, you're not gonna just they're not gonna look at your case and be like, oh, we just gotta do your contract. Come here real quick and we can do it. No, you're gonna wait for, you know, the group and stuff like that. And that day, when I went back to choose my MOS, I didn't get home until 3:30. So I got done with everything at 3:15 and then I got home at 3:30. So it is a waiting process. So be prepared to just wait. So all in all, that's MEPS. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to hear more about my military experience, give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that you're interested. I will put out more videos about the Army Reserve, uh, what I do as far as a human resource specialist, and so forth. Any other information that I receive, I'll put those videos out. Give me a thumbs up. Thank you for listening. See you later.